Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Our mission here at the garage, guys, is to save you as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Today we are going to show you how to fix your bumper. Many cars that we have bought in the past, they have damaged bumpers on the bottom. Okay, this bumper is upside down, as you can see. Okay, this is the bumper. It's out of a Mercedes, and right here you can see where they hit a curb when they park too close. On this side it's damaged, it's cracked, and on this side as well. They fixed it in the past, but they didn't fix it good. As you can see, the bondo cracked, they didn't glue it together. So today we're going to show you how to fix it without painting the whole bumper and still look pretty good, but pretty inexpensive fix. Stay with us to see how we're gonna do that. Okay, now we're gonna use the grinder right here, and we're gonna grind the old bondo and to clean around the crack so we can apply the next compound that we have. Okay, we cleaned. As you can see, this is the plastic. The white is plastic, that's the bondo that they used, then on top of the blue one they used the white one. As you can see right here, let me get a better angle. Right here we use the vice grips so that way it doesn't move, and we put duct tape underneath it so the epoxy that we're gonna use, it's not gonna leak underneath. And we did the same on the other side. Next you need to get acetone or some kind of cleaner, degreaser, and I recommend acetone, and just clean it before we apply that epoxy, because if you have a greasy spot or it's not clean, it's not going to stick very good, and it might crack in the future. Okay, this is what we're using. It's made by Loctite epoxy plastic. That's the one that you have a 5-minute setting time, and it's the 3200 pounds per square inch strength. Okay, now we're gonna use that mesh to put underneath the epoxy. This way it gives it extra strength and it will not crack. It gives it support. You can buy that from the lumber yard anywhere, it's like $2. They use it for drywall too. And you apply a little bit on the bottom as a foundation, and then you put that mesh on top of it and you kind of press it in, and then on top you put more. And for this epoxy you have about 5-minute setting time, and after that it will start getting harder and not easy to apply, so you need to make sure you do it in less than 5 minutes. Even if it doesn't look so good, don't worry about it, stay with us. You're gonna see how we're gonna smooth it and make it like new again. And we do the same on this side. As you can see, the crack here is bigger and longer, so we're going to apply a little bit inside the crack like that, and then we're going to put the mesh on top of it. Okay, we put the first layer right here, and now we need one for the front right there. Okay, we finished this side and the other side. Now you need to let it set good for 24 hours before you can remove the vice grips, or before it's to the point where it won't crack. You hold good. Okay guys, it's been 24 hours. This thing is hard as rock. It's amazing how strong that thing is. So what we're going to do now, it's too smooth, so if you put bondo on it, it will not stick to it. So what we need to do, you can get the grinder or sandpaper, but in our case we use the grinder, and just grind a little bit on top of it. So it's not a high spot and it's not as smooth, so the bondo will bond with the fiberglass. Now we need to clean it with acetone. Make sure that you don't have any dust and it's clean and there is no grease. Okay, we get some fiberglass bondo, and now you need to put a little bit of hardener activator, and then you need to mix it good. avoid direct sunlight or really high temperatures because the setting time will be very short. Usually you have about, I would say 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes maximum to play with it, and after that the hardeners, the activator kicks in, and in no time it gets hard. Okay, right here now we apply. It doesn't need to be really perfect with this one, we're going to sand it anyways, and this one is kind of like a foundation, because if we use the regular bondo and you make it too thick, especially on plastic, from the vibration and stuff, it's going to crack in the near future. So using the fiberglass, that's pretty much what they use on the boats, and it resists all the vibrations on plastic. So you need to just apply it on both sides or one side, depends on how your bumper is damaged, and let it get hard. It probably takes about 2 hours before you start sanding it. Now we need to get 120 sandpaper, and we need to get a sanding block, install the sandpaper on it. We need to clean with acetone again, so we don't have any dust, so we can apply the next bondo, which is the fine smooth bondo. We use the gold filler, and you need to apply on top of the green one and make it smooth and shape it the way you want it. It won't look perfect, but when you sand it, it will look great. Here is the bondo right now, on the right side of the bumper and the left side, and stay with us to see how we're gonna shape it. Okay, now we're going to use 120 sandpaper again, and we're going to sand it to shape it as it's supposed to be. It's gonna take a little bit, and you might have to put more bondo to fill in the little holes if you have, or if it's not perfect it might take you 2-3 tries. We already sanded it and we didn't have to put more. And now you need to wipe it, and you need to put tape to the point. Okay, right here, do you see that crease? We're gonna follow that crease because we're gonna apply primer, and then we're gonna apply the paint, and it doesn't matter what color actually it is. And after that we're going to apply the carbon fiber sheeting. It's gonna look pretty cool, stay with us to see. But first, after we apply the tape, we need to wet sand it with 400 sandpaper. Okay, now we got 400 sandpaper, and we're going to wet sand the area that we're going to prime. With it, you need to dip it in the water, get it wet, sand, and get in the water again. This will be very fine and very smooth, so the primer will stick and will be even. And now you need to cover the rest of the bumper with paper, or in this case we use plastic, and tape it to where we're going to apply the primer. What we need to do is get some primer, and usually they sell them in different colors, so we're using a gray primer. It doesn't matter really, it's not gonna show, but that's what we have. And you need to spray a couple coats on it. One coat, and then wait for about 10 minutes, and another coat after that. Okay, we waited about 10 minutes, and now we're applying a second coat of primer. Okay, now you want to use some color for a foundation, so our carbon fiber vinyl will stick really good to it. In our case, we just had that one at the shop. It's silver, almost like the paint of the car, but it doesn't matter if it's not the same. So you need to apply about 2 coats. Again, wait about 10 minutes between the coats. Okay guys, now we painted everything, the bumper, so we got that vinyl wrap. It's carbon fiber. We're using gray because the bumper is gray. You can buy black, they have different colors. And now we're going to apply it on the bumper. In order to do that, you need to cut it and make sure, okay, that's the area that we're doing right here. You need to make sure that it's couple inches, like about an inch minimum longer on each side. Okay, first you want to wash your hands with soap really good, and then with alcohol. You need to clean the area that we're going to apply with alcohol really good, and you need to clean your hands with alcohol so you don't have any grease on your hands, on your fingers, because we'll be touching the carbon fiber wrap all the time, and if your hands are greasy, it's not going to stick again to the bumper or the surface that you're working on. So what we need to do now, we need to get the hair dryer right here. This is a regular hair dryer, you don't need a heat gun. You need to heat the surface up a little bit, and then we just need to pull the hole up, unglue it like that, and you need to start from the middle. So what you need to do right now, you need to just place it down, and you want to start from one area and you heat it up, and as you heat up you apply. If you have an air bubble, you unpeel it and you keep doing the same procedure again. When you heat it, you can stretch it. Okay, now we need to get a knife, a really sharp blade knife, and we need to cut where we need to be. So you need to figure out where exactly you're going to stop. We're going to go in that crease there. Okay, now we need to get the dryer again, and we need to go around the edges one more time. Okay guys, we installed the bumper now, and we finished the carbon fiber wrapping, and as you can see, that's what it looks like now. It's pretty neat. That's why we got the gray one, the silver one, because it's almost the same color as the car. And on this side the same thing right here, and now you can actually even see underneath it just water from us washing it, but it doesn't have cracks or anything like that. It looks like brand new again, and that's pretty inexpensive fix right there, instead of repainting the whole bumper. Hopefully guys the video was helpful. Please do not forget to comment, like, subscribe. That way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Guys, we have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels that can, guys, save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Check them out. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.